technical issues. And we are live. Yes, we are. Here we go. We're going to break this down, man. We're going to do this. I'm going to give y'all some background and we're going to go forward. We're not even getting to the intro. Y'all know what happened. Y'all know what's going on. Y'all know what it's about. Let's give you a little bit of foundations for the people who don't know. Anton went on Corey Holcom's show. There was a little bit of a backlash. After that, Anton talked a little bit. And Anton is used to talking. So let's see what Anton is accustomed to on talking.
What's his name? The chunky dude. When you was on there recording me the other day.
You know who I am. You know who I am. Say my name.
Oh, I don't know his damn name, whatever he is.
Say my name.
The dude, I don't know his name, so obviously he's a nobody.
Sounds like nobody.
He's a nobody.
Say my name.
I don't know his name, and I don't care to remember his name.
Okay.
Anton. Anton.
These niggas be killing me. I don't know his name. I don't care to know his name. You know my name, bitch. You know my name, bitch. You know what my name. Say my name, nigga.
We just showing you how out of character this brother can be. So listen to what he calls Kenyan. And what we're going to do tonight is we're going to play a little Anton's response. We're going to get right to it. Don't worry. As soon as we get these out the way. And we want to hear from what the people said in his comments. But let's continue.
100 million people a month say it. You might as well say it too. Say my name, nigga. Neanderthal. CTE looking like motherfucking having. Say my name, nigga. Anton Daniels from AntonDaniels.com. The shit sounds so good. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Anton Daniels, nigga. Say my name.
Head, man.
You playing a dangerous game. Shut the fuck up. Do your job. Give us your takes. Talk about how you want to fight everybody.
I did a reaction to this. I just want to let you see that Anton always got to call somebody some feminine thing, and it's coming back to haunt him.
Neanderthal behavior. All right? Okay, Pumpkin? All right. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
He's called him Pumpkin, man.
Carrie, you got to give me one more minute. This nigga had Trina's lips tattooed on his neck.
And you stepping your boundaries, Anton. You overstepping your boundaries.
I forgot about that. This y'all tough guy. This the nigga that y'all follow. Y'all not sitting here telling me that Trina's ex-boyfriend is out here talking extra. How is this any different than the game? Remember when the game got the whatchamacallit on his face and then he covered it up? Come on, dog. Tell me that y'all not talking about Trina's ex-boyfriend. This is Trina's girl right here. Stop, bro.
Bruh, you're going to a little level. You're going to levels of disrespect, man. Your man, Kevin Samuels, warned you, men don't talk like this to other men because there is a level of aggressiveness. Now, this was before he went on Corey Holcom. This is how reckless he talking. This is what he was doing. This is what he accustomed to. This is what he liked. He liked the controversy. And he said it. This is what he likes. He knows what he's doing. And so we know when we cross that line, the shit you saying now, you wouldn't say to him face to face. I'm telling you, you disrespected him. And I'm not even a Kenyan fan. I mean, I know him, but God, dog, man, you poking the bear. As my mom said, you writing a check that your ass cannot cash, brother. But go on. I'm laughing. You got me entertained. You got me laughing. I'm having fun. Go ahead, bro.
Stop. Just stop. Don't do it, bro. Just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Leave me alone. I don't want nothing to do with it. I don't want
Anton playing the victim now. He playing the victim.
Man. Let this nigga breathe.
And as you will see, playing the victim seems to be what Anton enjoys doing. Playing the victim. Throwing rocks and hiding your hands.
This ain't
playing the victim.
We're gonna go ahead and keep it moving. Don't do that, dog. That's Trina's ex-girlfriend. All right.
Keep poking the bear.
That for a second, though. Is that Trina's lips? Because Trina was doing everybody. All right, I ain't gonna do this. This ain't got nothing to do with Trina. Shout out to Trina, the baddest chick in the game. We love you, Trina. And this nigga got your lips on her. Fuck. There ain't nothing, ain't nothing but tricks. And you got a good one off. You did get a good joke off. But leave me alone, dog.
Now we're gonna bring up some more. But as you can see, we got Ronan on the line. Ronan, do you see how reckless some of that talk is? He's talking reckless. And this is before there was a Corey Holcombs.
Yeah. That brother's got a reckless mouth. And I've said this before. Anton Daniels to me, and y'all can say what you want to say. Anton Daniels seems to me like one of the guys back in the day. He got bullied a lot. He was short. I don't think he was into sports. I don't think he did any kind of extracurricular activities. And I think he's trying to get some get back now that he's got a mic, some popularity, and some money. He feels like he can say anything he wants to say and get away with it now. I don't know if you can hear me or not.
Yeah, brother, I can hear you.
Right.
So this is where we started out. Let me bring one more up. One more up about where we're getting at. So he's name calling. Sometimes you name call and you can't get upset at what comes back. So let's see. Crazy, man. Crazy. I don't know how we get out of pocket like this. So let's see how and then I'm gonna tell you the playback.
Is gay. I'm gonna tell you right now to your face. That is what gay men do. When you go on these live streams, pick one. Pick any of the live streams where the gay men stream. Do you know what they do? Gay men and women do exposes. They do.
Now, I'm setting this up to say this is after he goes on to the show. Now, Corey had not responded. Corey ain't say nothing. You went on to the show. You said you wasn't going to talk about nobody. And then as soon as you leave the show, you do whole broadcasts. And the first thing you say is Corey is gay. After Corey said, I don't play that. But this is what you do.
Right.
Oh, I caught you with a girl. I caught you with this. I caught you with that. Listen, and my people will tell you, people have came to me with a bunch of shit that people done did. Hey, man, this is what such and such is. You know what I tell them? Man, I don't do that shit. Like, if I'm not going to be on some, I'm going to just talk about his talking points or whatever like that. We don't do that shit. We don't walk around trying to figure out who niggas is fucking. That's what gay men do. Listen to what I'm telling you. Bro, that is what Tasha K do. That is what name them, bro. I'm telling you. That's what their shows are.
Well, it seems like that's what your show is. You doing the same thing. You gossiping. You doing the exact same thing. And I'm building all this up because sometimes you keep poking the bear, and you don't like the response that the bear does. And we can't control the response that somebody else does. And I'll get to that part.
Todd and Candy Burris, oh my God, they do that shit. This is who and I heard it was this girl. They do that shit. We don't do that as men. As men in real life, as content creators, as all of that. If it came out and we like, damn, we gotta have a live stream to talk about how this shit is gonna play out. Hey, y'all think he really? Nah, I don't think he really cheated. And I stand 10 toes down when I cannot like a person. I could not like a person, and you know what I regularly say, and anybody that never watched the live stream, it don't matter who it is. I always say, hey man, I don't believe that shit. I don't believe it. Just because a chick says something don't mean it is true.
But you said it. No chick said it. You saying a dude is gay.
Yeah. He's a king of deflection. And Corey said this the other day when he was trying to address some direct things. He deflected to where he got to a point where he wanted to start an argument. But he never answered a direct question. And it was a simple question for him to answer. He asked him, how come you come so hard in the paint at black men, but then when your counterparts, white men, do something, You soft on them. You don't really address the issues that they do. He never addressed that. And even when Corey tried to hold him to the corner with it, he goes, I don't even want to talk about that.
Mm-mm.
He still would not go hard in the paint against white counterparts or people in politics or whatever. He did not ever want. He got to a point where he's going to argue and damn near want to fight a black man, then answer a simple question. Really, run that back and watch that interview.
Oh,
You
yeah.
guys in the chat, run that back, and you'll see that he asked him just one direct question about white people. And he did not want to answer that question so bad that he started a whole argument and deflected, and then wanted to throw insults at Corey.
Guys, we building up because I just want you to see everything that was taking place prior to Corey's response. And then we're going to play Anton's response. And we're going to find out if Corey's response was justified. So this is also with Anton. So what was the purpose of him going to the show?
Thing that he says about me just continues to give me more visibility.
What? Wait, it does what? So what was you looking for? Let me hear it.
Anything that he says about me just continues to give me more visibility. He loses in every way, shape, and form. Every way, shape, and form. Anything that he says about me at this point, I win.
Oh, well,
I get more money, more visibility, all of that.
Okay. All right. Well, we heard why he went on to the show. And then remember,
Right.
Corey still had not responded yet. He still ain't responded. For 6 days, 7 days, if you include the day of the interview, Anton went on everybody's show saying something. Corey had no response. Corey did not have a response. He said nothing until last night. Until last night, Corey had.
Oh, he let both barrels go last night. He went after everybody. Him, his daughter, his wife. I mean, he went down the list.
And what
Mecca
here, Mika. What we're gonna cover here today,
Mika.
because we can't cover it all. We don't have enough time. It's too much to get into. All we're gonna cover is Corey Holcom talking about his daughter. Let's play it. Let's see what he said. He, just to give it to you, if you did not watch it, Corey talked about everybody. He talked about the Mika chick. He talked about his wife, said she had a raggedy weave, and he talked about his daughter. Now I'm playing the tape with everything he said with the daughter. I covered the face of his daughter up. I'm not in this. I ain't want to bring no family in it. I'm not, that's not my thing to expose someone. But I just want to play it so you have the context. And I did try to cover her face.
Mastered a wickedly brilliant way to get people to clickbait what he's doing.
Now, before we go on, this is what Corey said. So Corey afterwards found out this is what this dude is doing. He's mastered the way to get people to click. And I kind of fell for it because he's been clicking everywhere. So he baited the bear. He poked the bear.
And it's a very dangerous way to live. It's a dangerous way to live because the things he did during this week, he really played himself.
What'd you think about that? What Corey said, the things he did this week, he played himself.
I mean, if you're going for clicks and views and that's your thing, and you don't care about your consistency on your word as a man, and this is all about business and fuck your word and who you are as an individual, he achieved his goal. But he did play himself as an individual, his inconsistencies, the way he flip-flops around, the way he tries to stand and say 10 toes down, I'm a man, I'm married, I have a father, I'm a father. And if you follow me, I'll lead you to certain things. He's very inconsistent in his word. Nobody can take him as a man for his word, unfortunately, and that's a sad thing.
See, this is where Anton messed me up at. Anton said, I vetted him. I went on the show. I studied him. I know about him. Well, if you know about him, you should have known this was coming. See, there's a concept. I'm going to give you two scenarios. There was a dude I know who didn't do anything to this girl. He didn't do anything to this girl. But the girl called the police and said, he hit her. I'm there like, that didn't happen. You did not get hit. The police show up, and at this time, this was, a few years after the OJ case, so everybody was on domestic violence. So the guy's like, look, man, it's over. It's done. We don't need you. I'm leaving. Because he just figured, man, I'm leaving. I'm getting out of here. And she says, nah, he hit me. He hit me, officer. So the officer says, look, I don't see no marks on you. I see scratches on him. He has all the scratches. There's no marks on you. But the way the law is, I got to take both of y'all in. So you sure you want to go with this story? Yes. And he's like, no, look, it's okay. I ain't got no scars. I'm good. Don't worry about it. Because in this guy's mind, what he's saying is, I got a lot to lose. I'm dealing with a chick who has nothing to lose. She goes to jail. She don't lose her job because she don't have a job. She goes to jail. It don't mean nothing to her record. She's not doing that. And this was just some chick I tried to get with. And now I'm going to go to jail over it. Why I'm saying that is this. Anton was messing with somebody who don't have nothing to lose. He said this dude don't have nothing. He's a comedian. And he's already said, man, I've been in criminal. I did this. I got cases. I don't have nothing to lose. So when you talk to someone who has nothing to lose, don't be surprised that they come at you with everything.
Right.
We're on a ship and they say the ship going down and it's ladies and kids first. And you're like, shit, I'm not going to die. I'm kicking y'all out. Now, am I wrong for that? Because where you come from, Ronan, you might say the dignified thing to do is to let the women and children go. Because that's your boundary. That's where you won't cross. And I may come from a place to say, look, every man for himself. And I'm getting off this boat. Now, am I wrong? Now, am I wrong because your standards don't meet my standards? Let me hear what
You're absolutely not wrong. I mean, people are entitled to their own beliefs. And I understand that. I think even nowadays, if it was down to the Titanic, the honorable thing is let women and children get off the boat first. But hey, I got a wife and child at home that are relying on me to get home too. Why should they get personal preference? You get what I'm saying? So at that point, everybody can get it because they're not going to have priority on my life. The one thing I want to say real quick is I think Anton, knowing who Corey was, knew that he was going to go on that show to bait him. And then he wanted to flip it and go on the show as if he was the version of Charleston White that 5150 needed. He was going to say outlandish things to get clickbaited, to bait Corey into some other drama, and he'll just say whatever he needed to say to drum up, like he said, money. Now, if he says he didn't, he outright said it. He said, I'm going on there for clicks and view and more exposure.
Exactly.
It wasn't about making any points. It wasn't about addressing anything Corey wanted to talk about. He went on there with a purpose. He said, I'm going to do the Charleston White thing.
People before, now when it's played, and we're going to get to their comments, they said, oh, this is so wrong that Corey would go after his daughter. And I'm saying to Anton, that might be the boundary that you don't cross. But just like the Titanic, maybe Corey don't have that boundary. And we see that Corey did not have that boundary.
He sure the hell did.
Because he has nothing else to do but talk crazy and act like he's doing this and act like he's doing that. Homie, thanks for not beating me up. That's all I got to say. Ain't got no children out of wedlock. Nigga.
That's Cool Mo daughter.
That's who?
Not Cool Mo D, Cool Mo daughter.
Damn.
Yeah, that was the first shot.
First shot.
That's the air up there, nigga. Look.
Now I blacked her face out because I don't want to get no kids involved. That's not me.
Right.
So I put face down. But he showed her full face. He showed who she was, and this is what he said.
Nigga, let me tell you something. Don't make no more kids, nigga. That bitch gonna be buying pussy like you after a while.
Damn.
If you don't know, nigga, don't ever brag on no motherfucking what you ain't got. Don't nobody want no kids with you, nigga. Don't nobody want no kids with you. Your prime years, you was a scammer, nigga. You was doing scams. Now that you older and found a way to manipulate, get dude off the screen.
Damn.
Get dude off the screen, man. That's who the fuck is.
So this is where I play all of that to say how we got to today. All of that was the build up to how we got to today. Now I'm gonna go through it. I'm just gonna let it play, and we just gonna do the comments because tonight is just the people's choice, the people's award, what people are saying. I'll give my brief opinion. Then I want you to give your brief opinion. Then we're gonna play Anton, stop it every few minutes, and I'm gonna read some comments. This is what's in his chat. Anton vetted this dude. Anton knew what he was getting into. Anton has been a public person. As you can see, that he's gone on his platform and he's talked shit to everybody. He said a whole bunch of stuff to everybody. Kenyon Martin gay, Corey gay, Corey do this. He's all of these things he's saying that he off the rip saying this crazy stuff. He left the show. Corey said nothing. He spent the whole week going at it on every angry man, no Fugazi, everybody show he could get on.
Yeah, he did the whole YouTube circuit, man. I've seen him on at least 5 to 10 shows. I mean, he went hog wild with it.
Correct. So he vetted him and he did all of this stuff. And then you can't be mad. You went a whole week and somebody came back a whole day. Now I'm going to play it and he's going to explain what happened with his daughter. I think it's bullshit. I think it's bullshit. Here's why I think it's bullshit.
Yep.
Corey had his video play at about 11:30, 12 o'clock.
Yeah, it was late.
Anton says his daughter couldn't go to school the next day because of what happened. What the hell happens? Why is your daughter up? She's this great person and they in high school. Why your daughter up at midnight watching that kind of show? That's number one. Number two, how did it spread in 8 hours? Everybody sleep. Did everybody get up and just say this? And she can't go to school and she's terrified.
Let me say this first. How it could spread, everybody stayed up to hear his response because, like you said, it built up for over a week. Mm-hmm. Corey did not say a word. Anton sitting there hyping it up, saying every old thing he could say. Now, when the fire back comes from Corey, everybody knew he was going to lay him out. You know, and all barrels blasting. So a lot of people stayed up. Even Andre Love Crossing Borders went from his show to rebroadcasting the live of 5150. And then if you look, there was at least 10 other channels that have been waiting for Corey's response. So everybody was live that night. So a lot of those kids maybe stayed up or not, but that's not Corey's fault. And the empathy and the sympathy that Anton is trying to say, brother, you opened your mouth.
Yeah.
That means you're susceptible. You're susceptible. Your wife was susceptible. Your kids are susceptible. Hey, everybody's getting it. I'm sorry. Let's put it this way. As morality based as I am, even God told the Israelites to wipe everybody out from man, woman, child to the freaking animals when he said, go take something. So, hey, he did total decimation. And ain't nothing wrong with that.
And I got two more things with this. Let me first talk about Mika. And I talk about her. Mika, and I tried to send this into yesterday, and I don't think Andre understood it. Mika was like, this dude got the nerve to call me a bitch as I walked out. All right. But you know, Anton said, every time I go somewhere, I got 5 hoes with me. So you upset that you was called a bitch. But when Anton say he traveled with his hoes, you never said anything. So you okay with being the bitch, but you're not okay with being the hoe. That's number one. Number two, it's okay that you, Anton, go on and you say, I got these hoes. You know, I travel with hoes. I got fine. I never go somewhere without a fine hoe. It's all right that your daughter can listen to you say that you have hoes when she lived with her mom, but him saying that you're unattractive is bad. That you can't go to school for that. But you can go to school with your dad saying, I got other hoes. I travel with hoes. That you can go to school with and have no backlash, no animosity. But when somebody, I don't know this girl, but I've seen, and I'm saying his daughter. So I have no judgment on her looks. So this is not a judgment on her looks. Because I've seen the finest women in high school get called ugly.
Yeah.
You can't tell me this is the first time that anybody ever called you ugly or ever said you this or your hair nappy or you're this. I've seen the pretty girl. Oh, well, you got a flat booty. You got a kitchen in the back. Whatever they say. You can't tell me this is the first time that your daughter has
Get them
ever.
BBs pressed out. Yeah.
Number 3, Anton said we need to bring back bullying. He said it on the show that the guys have been too weak, that you haven't had to bring back bullying. And I'm not condoning. I would not have gone after his daughter. It's off my limits. I want to keep it with us. Wouldn't have done it. But there's certain people that I won't deal with. I'm not going to deal with a ratchet chick. You know why? And we've dealt with a ratchet chick before. And I learned step away because them ratchet chicks, what they going? I'm gonna call the police. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And I appreciate that, K&J. Yeah, I paid him that money, and he didn't. He forgot my super chat there for a minute. That's Andre. Shout out to Andre. But that's what happens. So 3, Mika, you mad at being called a bitch, but you okay with being called a hoe? You okay going to school with him saying I got hoes, and you live with your mom? How does your mom feel about that? You know, you can go on the internet and talk about the hoes, and your daughter has no pushback. I don't think this is the first time she's ever been called out of her name, but I do think you do protect the children. You don't. I would not do that, but I know if I dealt with somebody like a Corey Holcom, I know how low they can go. I know how low he can go. So why am I going to deal with it?
But is his low any lower than Anton calling a man gay on other channels, but couldn't do it to his face, but bragging that he would have whooped his ass had they stepped out back? Isn't that a counterproductive kind of argument when you didn't do it in front of his face, but you'll go on multiple channels and say he's gay, this, that, and the other thing? But the biggest thing is it's diabolical to say you're a Christian person and say you travel with hoes. That's some diabolical shit. And you were in a faithful marriage.
Jesus traveled with the disciples, and Anton travels with his hoes. I mean,
right. I don't get the correlation. You saying you a Christian man. You got morals. You've been married for 20 years. You're raising a child. You got the most upstanding beliefs and ethics in the world, but you outright saying, I'm traveling with hoes. What is going on with Christians that feel like they need street cred at the same time they need to use street language when they're dealing with people?
I don't know. But I tell you what, we're going to sit back and hear what Anton got to say. And about every 2 minutes, I'm going to read about 3 of these chats that came into there, and then we're going to analyze those. Let's see.
We're gonna move on. I'm not gonna address it again. All right. So here's the thing. Since the beginning of time, I've always, my number one thing in life, above all, when I made the decision that I wanted to have a kid, and I said that I was only gonna have one kid because I wanted to make sure that I poured every single resource that I could into the kid, right? And that is the purest thing that we can do, is that we can take care of our children. Our children are the ones that are our future. Now,
your child.
I'll give you a little bit of insight for those of you that may not be familiar with my daughter. USA team, At different points throughout the year, she's usually ranked about #2 or #3 in the country. Junior Olympian, probably has close to over 325 medals, of which 200 and maybe 80 of them are gold. Has traveled across the world representing
What
our
sport
country,
is she playing?
and it's probably the sweetest soul that I
think she does taekwondo.
Okay.
Like, not jujitsu, like the taekwondo where they fight.
Taekwondo is or karate or both Olympic sports.
Yes.
My brother qualified for taekwondo.
Mm-hmm.
personally know. Now, of course, we can be a little bit biased because all of our kids are the sweetest things to us. Those of us that are in our kids' lives and that are participating in our children's lives. But a very, very accomplished minor child, meaning that she's still a child. And one of the things that I tell my daughter every single day is that I want you to stay in a child's place. I never want you to grow up too fast. I never want you to be out here doing things that you're not supposed to do, because you have an expectation on your life. And so the thing that I've always done is try to protect my daughter against the world, from the world. And what this has shown me is that eventually all of our children, and she is still a child because she is an underage child, all of our children eventually will have to see how ugly the world is. All of them. Regardless of how we feel, regardless of what happens, all of our children will have to seek, we'll have to see what the world is.
Pause that for a second. Now, do you hear how he's saying that? All our children are going to have to see how bad the world is. But in introspect, all our children are going to see how bad we were too.
Oh, yeah.
And you got it all on film, brother. You get what I'm saying? Your child is going to see how you talk down to people once you got money, how all the things you might have taught her how to be moral and ethical and everything else, it all broke down when you got online and you started contradicting yourself from one point to another, from one story to another, all the clickbait. Now, you're going to say that's right or wrong because it's just a business and you really didn't mean that. That's a whole nother personality. Because what are you teaching everybody else beside what you're teaching in your home by doing that?
Exactly. Now, the chats that the comments I'm going to read did not come from Corey's page. These comments are from Anton's page. I can't say all of them are fans, but some of them may not be in the order of things that you hear. But I'm just going to tell them anyway. Jay Uno said he switched up his tone a lot from that last video we were talking all tough, which is true. This tone ain't the same tone that he was talking last week. Another person says, I'll admit you guys were right. He definitely a sue guy now, which means they saying Anton Daniels is going to sue. Another person, and I'm just going right in a row. I'm not skipping anything. Kumo D Face. I think that's what he was talking about.
He called his daughter that, unfortunately.
Yeah. This one says Anton definitely spoke to a good attorney. So I think, what they were saying is Anton wants to sue for defamation. And I did look that up. And that's very difficult to do. It was very difficult for him to sue for defamation, even if it's a minor child, because defamation, if he's given his opinion, like if you, and I'll go on what it said. It said, if you called somebody ugly, that really doesn't mean anything because that's still your opinion. So,
right.
But there was something where it was like online bullying is probably.
That's the closest thing I think he can get access to. But then you can turn around and say Anton did the same thing.
Correct. But they take it different when it's a minor child. And they were saying that the only thing that they could do is, as you listen to this, Anton is doing the whole somebody said he got a good.
Yeah, he's outlining the defense or the offense for his case. Yeah. Yes.
And it was, how were they harmed? Did they seek therapy? Did it affect them at school? All of this whole thing are the reasons he could sue for that. I'll say this last one, and then we'll move on. And I think this guy said something good. He said, if my kids got all that going on, I'm not just walking around looking for beef with people. If my kids got all that going on, I'm definitely not willing to risk their peers approach my child saying, how is your dad online bragging about getting women when he's married to your mother? And even when a kid says that, they're fine. That stuff takes its toll. I agree. Let's hear what else you got to say.
We as parents are supposed to do is protect them as long as possible, until they have to see what the world does, right? So this is what I'm gonna say. My focus right now, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get into the show. My focus right now is trying to figure out the psychological damage, impact, and trauma that has been done to my daughter. I pulling her out of school.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he's setting his case up though. I'm letting you
know. Oh my God.
Remember this happened. This was not even 8 hours.
Yeah.
Making sure that she is protected, trying to see what the fallout will be as far as her having to be removed.
Freeze that right there.
Competitions.
Freeze that right there.
Hold on, I'm just gonna he said she had to be removed. Oh, go ahead, brother.
Right, and then this is what this is why I'm saying this. Freeze that right there.
Mm-hmm.
I've been a martial artist since I was 8 years old. One of the things it teaches is reinforcement and your own personal confidence. Another thing it teaches is not allowing you to go along with society norms and to conform yourself to traditional values and discipline. Okay, because somebody said one thing. As a martial artist, that should not bother you. It just should not distract you at all. Even as a child, I was well disciplined. Even when I got in the Marine Corps, I was so disciplined. Even when we were taught how to fight with pugil sticks, I was whooping everybody's ass, but they wanted everybody to be out of control. There's things called control chaos too. So I don't believe any of this stuff he's building up, because anybody that knows anything about martial arts teaches self-confidence and discipline that nobody can bully you.
But my question is still this. Well, he says all right, let me see if I can back up. I'm sorry. And maybe this is just a stereotype on my behalf.
He's just trying to make it sound like his daughter's so frail, but she's not.
But he says he sends her to the brightest school. She got new cars. She got all of this stuff. Why would, if you have that, and I'm thinking when I went to, those schools, there was just stuff they didn't hear about. I mean, even when I go out of town and I say something like a passport bro, or I say this, unless you're in that community, it's such a minute amount of people who really even understand that or watch that. Even Anton was in his hometown and he got upset because they didn't know his name to invite him somewhere. And he got 1 million views. So that means everybody don't even know you. Half the people probably on that school don't even know who your daddy is. They don't know what he does. And in 8 hours, you had to pull her out of school, out of karate. Come on, man. This is when I started to lose respect, man. This is when I started to lose respect. The next person on here says, and I go with him, you knew the type of person he was before going on the show. You brought this to your family. Please move smarter. Every opportunity to speak or be seen is not a good one. I agree. I'll read this other one. I agree with that, brother. Cut me off if you want to go in and say something. This guy says, when you choose controversy as a brand, you're not betting with your own reputation. You're gambling with the emotional safety of the people closest to you. That's true. Kids don't get to opt out of internet beef. They don't get to contextualize content. They just feel the fallout at school, online, and socially. And for Mika, putting your co-host in a position where she's misled, embarrassed, or exposed to sell a narrative is a breach of trust. Corey talking reckless is expected. Anton endangering his own relationships and household stability for clicks. Short-term monetization at long-term cost. That brother summed it up right there.
He sure did. He sure did. You know, and from I don't know if you have the interview with Mika that she did, kind of like when she came out and addressed some of the things that happened. Do you have that? I don't want to say anything before she does it.
I can pull it up. I can find it.
The reason I'm saying this is Anton had her in a different mental picture. Say the woman is married. Say she does have a husband. Okay. He pictured it like he was invited to go to Corey Holcom and he wanted her to sit next to her as a pitch to get her out of the house, whether her husband's controlling or not or whatever. It was a way to professionally get this woman to come with him. So he's bragging about having this woman on his arm that he boasts about all the time. I got hoes with me or whatever. He pitches it to her in a way that she's going to be on the Corey Holcom show, which was a straight out right lie based on her own viewpoint. When she addressed it with the people at the Corey Holcom show, they were like, we didn't know about it. They asked Corey's manager directly, say, hey, did you schedule Mika to be on the show? And she said that they told her, no, you weren't expected to be on the show, but you can sit in the back on set, but out of the camera view. If you want to do that, that's fine. But we didn't anticipate you. You're not on the list to be on the show. So no, ma'am, you can't be on the show. Now, whose fault is putting that picture in her head that she was supposed to be on the show? And does Anton lead these women around about the nose about opportunities just so he can have them in his presence?
Oh, man, it's Corey's fault. And you know why it's Corey's fault? I'm going to tell you exactly why it's Corey's fault. Because, look, and this is all on Corey. He ain't a man. You know, that's some sucker stuff on Corey. Because you know what? If you invited a girl out to dinner and you knew you was going to take that girl out to dinner, and she said, she didn't tell her friend, but she just said, come on along with me and you're going to get dinner too. And when you show up to dinner and that dude says, hold up, I thought I was just taking you out and your friend here. And that dude don't pay, he's a sucker, right? I'm making something funny.
Right, you're making it sarcastic because that ain't Corey's fault. Yes.
Because if you invited a girl out and she brought her friend and you didn't know she brought her friend, you wouldn't be paying for a friend. You'd be like, I don't even know what you mean. Why are you bringing your friend?
Doesn't that sound like a female move?
Yes.
Doesn't that sound like a female move? Wasn't there a whole meme about this girl that had a party for her birthday? Her boyfriend took her out. She had 8 girlfriends show up, and she expected the dude to pay for not only her birthday, but the other 8 women that came there without a man or anything. And they made a whole video over this. Correct. Anton sounds like the same female that did that shit.
You invited.
So then when men address Anton as having female tendencies, trying to shame men and do certain things, I'm of the opinion they're absolutely right.
Let's hear what else Anton got to say on this. But he's setting up his case real good, man. He threw rocks and then he hit his hands. He's the one who says, I don't run in the victim Olympics. And listen who sound like a victim.
Because of
sound
a lot
like
of
you
different
building a
things,
victim
including
case.
Online bullying and psychological damage, there's a lot of fallout from what happens to my daughter's life because she is so accomplished. She has some of the greatest schools in the United States of America that has been seeking her out, scholarships, looking for her to join the team. She is on track to be a United States Olympian. She was supposed to be possibly in the next Olympics. And I don't know how damaging this is to her psyche.
Bruh,
I don't know.
Can I just stop that?
Who knows?
In 8 hours, this damaged her psychologically so much that she can't compete. And I'm telling you, I do understand. Look, man, I've had a niece that was really bullied, and it was bad. But that was over the course of
months and years. Yes. This hasn't even happened to this girl, but he's predicting the future all of a sudden. He got a crystal ball. He's saying all these things potentially going to happen to his daughter. It ain't even happened yet because it's the next morning after.
Next comment, Anton, I'm not buying what you're talking about. So you telling me your daughter's life is destroyed because of what Corey said? Man, please. That's what Maurice said. Somebody said exactly. But going around baddies disrespecting his wife and his daughter wasn't traumatic itself. Corey should countersue. Next comment there. This is funny. You went from I'm from Detroit, I would beat Corey's ass to you sounded like I'm about to sue. And another he definitely about to
So
sue.
here's the thing. This is how I'm thinking of this. And correct me if I'm wrong. Anton Daniels has some of the most controversial interviews there ever have been. Charleston White started his career on Anton Daniels' show. And a couple other people have catapulted off of his show to become people in YouTube. So what he's saying is, if you come on my show and I can bully you, it's okay. And whoever is affected is just affected. You at least had the blessing of being on my show. But if he went on Corey's show knowing he was going to do something to cause some kind of blowback, to get clicks and views and make money, but then nobody can do anything back to him verbally, not even physically, verbally, because this is a verbal game when you're talking about YouTube, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody can do anything to you. Doesn't that sound like a female? I can do all these things and say all these things, but if you do it back to me, all of a sudden it's a fucking problem.
And Kings of Dreams is right. Mika said, and if you want to switch to Mika, I can put Mika up here, and we can just hear what Mika said. Let's see. We can just go on to what.
Yeah, she did a response video, and part of that was how the show was set up for her, as far as her going to see Corey Holcom.
Correct.
All right, the whole Corey Holcom incident. Now, 2 weeks ago, I was told that I was going to go on the 5150 show.
First question is, you was told by whom? Was it Corey that said, hey, you going to go on?
Exactly. But you already know what the answer is to that. It was Anton selling wolf cookies to get her to go with him.
So, here's the thing. Anton could have been told, and you're right, King of Dreams. Now, Anton could have been told, I'm going on the show, and you can maybe come with me while I'm traveling there. But that's not what Anton conveyed. He said, you're going to be going on a 5150 show. But he didn't get that information. She got that from Anton, and Anton did not get that information from Corey.
And I was excited. All right. I was excited about going.
You know what that is? See, I know that game, man. You get some shit hyped up. Girl, I'm going to get you. So he got 20,000 views. We're going to get you there. We're going to get you seen outside of the See what I be doing for you? See what Andog be doing? Andog be taking care of you. Now, go ahead. You know, you like that. Andog take care of you.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Going on the 5150 show. Last Tuesday, I got on the plane to go from DC to LA. I got to the 5150 studios at about 8 p.m. Pacific time. I met Corey Holcom. I was introduced to him. He shook my hand. Then about, I want to say 5 minutes before the actual show started, I was told I can't go on the show.
Now, here go the thing. Let me give Corey's version. Corey was like, I didn't even know who this chick was. I never discussed her going on the show. They arrive. Corey is late. So I guess this Mika discusses it with someone on Corey's show besides Corey and says, hey, where can I sit at? You're like, well, sit. You know, that's not how our show works. Usually there is no guest. It's the guest I'm interviewing and there's nobody else. And they're like, have you talked to Corey about this? No. Well, we need to talk to Corey when he arrives about this. And when Corey gets there, he's like, what do you mean? He bringing his side. So this is Corey thinking, you bringing your side chick here to get on my show? And you already coming to me like you the enemy? Hold on. If I'm telling you, Ronan, you the enemy, because Corey didn't say this. Corey said, I thought it was going to be cordial. But Anton says, oh, he knew what it was going to be. You know, we said this. So if you telling me we already got animosity and it's about to be an argument, and then your next thing is, can you put my chick on the show? What the hell? What are you talking about, man? Where we at?
Right.
You can't do that.
Plus, I mean, how many dudes bring extra women with them? And Corey even talked about that. How many YouTubers have chicks and side chicks coming on trips with them?
Who does that? You know, what dude says I'm going to an interview and I'm my chick right there? Okay, look, you can maybe bring your girl because they in company. Brian McKnight had an interview with him. Brian McKnight didn't say, hey, let my wife on your show. Nobody does that. Nobody says, let me bring my chick onto the show. Not even your wife, man. He sold her that dream. He said, this is what you're going to do. I'm going to bring you on the show. Look what I'm doing for you, boo. And she gets there and then she's disappointed. But you can't be disappointed to Corey. Corey had no light in it. And this is what has happened. Everybody taking the frustration out on the wrong people. Now she mad at Corey for calling her a B, but not Anton for calling them hoes. Come on. Let's just hear what else you got to say.
I said, okay, cool. Then I was told that I could sit on the set, but I have to sit off camera. I said, okay, cool. And that's where I sat for the entire duration of the show. Now, the show starts. And as you know, what happened, because it went viral. All right. So if you guys want to see all of that, you can go watch it. It's everywhere. All right. But with all that being said, as that's going on, when it becomes abundantly clear that it's time to go, myself and security go ahead and start to leave. When I get to the door, as I'm going out, I hear Corey Holcom say, yeah, leave with your security and your bitch. And I'm not going to lie. I was shocked. Because it's very unfortunate that I would be called the B word. Because I had such a positive outlook.
But didn't my man Ronan done disappear? Let me get him back. I know if you listen to that, she's got Maddie called the B word, but didn't we just listen to Anton Daniels called Kenyon Martin the same thing and called the girl he was dating, Trina, basically a slut?
Yep.
Okay, I thought so.
And a positive take on 5150 and Corey Holcom. Last year here in DC, I literally went to a Corey Holcom show. So when I found out I was going on 5150, I was like, oh, this is exciting because I just went to see a show. And now I'm having this experience. So it was very unfortunate. Not only
who
that,
is she blaming? Corey or Anton?
There go the issue. There's the issue. Who's she blaming?
Mm-hmm.
Who is she blaming?
Do you blame the guy that's feeding you, or do you blame the other guy that's not feeding you?
It don't seem like she blaming Anton at all. But
Right.
Anton set that up, man. He set that up. Yeah, he set it up. It's like I've seen girls set up the same thing. We're gonna get into this club because she knows somebody in there. And 5 people show up and they like, hold up, I invited you. Where are these other 5 people coming from? And then if he like, nah, y'all can't come in because I can't let y'all in. They mad at the dude. Oh, he wouldn't let us in the club. They not mad at their girl for saying, inviting some stragglers. But that's how it is. We always focus on the wrong person. And Anton said, he say, look, if I walked in with my girl screwing somebody, I'm not going to be mad at the dude because that's who they are. I'm going to be mad at my chick because I got the relationship with her. So my question in this sense, you don't have a relationship with Corey. Why are you going to be mad at Corey? You should be mad at Anton. You took time out your day, flew all the way out there for this purpose. And for 2 weeks, he was hyping that up for 2 weeks, man.
Oh man, you don't even know what side situations were happening while he was hyping it up for the 2 weeks, because there's a little side thing going on while he's hyping this up for her. Yeah, I'm taking you to California, girl. Go ahead and get you some outfits, get you a couple little things. We'll go out to dinner before, afterwards. You know what I'm saying? You know what kind of pillow talk was going on. I'm sorry. Did I say pillow talk? Yeah. Did I slip up and say? And by the way, I appreciate you covering me. I was on a phone for the first part of this because, the Philippines internet is not so reliable.
Yeah, brother.
So my internet went out an hour before the show was supposed to happen. And so I had to, work it out. But yeah, I'm back on my system now. So hopefully I'm coming through loud and clear. But yeah, man, it's a mess. And it's Anton's mess. And just like a female not wanting to take responsibility or accountability, he's pushing the blame off on everybody but him.
Mm-hmm. I'll read these 3 or maybe 4, and then we'll get back into it. So somebody said the kids need to be protected. Is she in the hospital? Man, you're going after a big lawsuit. And somebody said, Lord, I pray that you carry Anton and his family through this situation.
Oh, my Lord Jesus. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I'm just reading the comments. The next person says, Anton is talking lawsuit language.
Yeah.
I have to see what psychological damage is. I'm in shambles. Quite the contrary to him popping all that tough talk last week. That's why dudes like this are the most dangerous in the world, because they poke the bear, and when you react, they turn around and sue. And somebody else said, y'all see why Corey didn't go outside?
It would have been it would have been another lawsuit.
Man. Let's play some minutes of my man.
Damage. We don't know what butterfly effect things that we do to our children.
Oh, butterfly.
And the one thing that most fathers, black fathers, try to do is they try to make sure that their children are protected.
What?
That's what we do.
What?
As fathers, we don't really care what happens to us, right? Because that's just life. But we never, ever can imagine what would happen to our underage children.
Bullshit.
No.
And I'm going to tell you why.
No matter what happens to us.
As a father, you want to prepare your child for the awesome thing that we already know is going to happen. Racism, the side ass comments coming from other races and the environments that you might be in, because you might be considered DEI. He's in a wealthy in a wealthy area. She's going to a private school. Then she should already be used to a lot of these things. But you're not going to put her in a fucking vacuum tube and not prepare her for the rest of the world. That's a bunch of fucking crap when it comes to a black man. You can say that as a white man because they are sheltered. They can live in that little bubble. But as a black father, for you to sit there and say you're trying to protect her from the world and the comments that she might receive, you're doing her a disservice as a father. I tell you that right now, Anton.
Yeah, LJ, I'm with you, man. I had respect for Anton, but this was just, we're gonna let it play, and then I just, every time he spoke, I lost more and more respect because he's the one that's saying.
I told you he was a flip-flopper, inconsistent with his words.
We don't want anything. For those of us that are in our daughters' lives, we don't want anything to happen to our children.
Shit.
Under no circumstance.
But
and
that's
so
why you
I don't know. You know, I think that a lot of people don't really understand the impact. And I'm speaking to all of us, for all of us. We don't always know what the impact is to our children. We don't know the psychological damage, the emotional damage, the wreck that happens in their lives when other people go after children. I thought that children was off limits.
There goes a mistake right there. See, there go the mistake. And Anton, you should know, man. And I'm not, and like I said, I am not saying that Anton is correct. To me, you know, I don't like to deal with the children. I don't like to deal with people's wives, whether they pretty, ugly, or whatever. That's the person they chose, and that's who they want to be with, and they with them for their reasons. So you know, she can be ugly, and she can be the most sweetest personality in the world, or she can be fine and be the ugliest personality. So I don't like to involve wives unless the wives involve themselves. But the problem is, man, you involve them, man. This is what you do. You go after the people. You call them suckers for this.
But you want to know why I say they're fair game? Because you interjected them into the internet world. Yeah. You brag about how good of a father you are. You talk about your daughter all the time. You brag about how good of a husband, so you talk about your wife. And even the sad interview that his wife did and the hair that Corey made fun of, you can even hear the way his wife talks about her husband. Mm-hmm. How she feels like he could actually get away with murder. How she feels like he's very hard communicator. He's a hard person to talk to. That don't sound like a good husband to me.
Anger issues.
Yeah. That don't sound like a good husband to me. You hard to communicate with. You so angry in the way that you do things around your family. They feel like you can literally murder somebody. Now, my lady might say, hey, I know because he's a combat veteran, he can kill somebody, but not that he would ever kill me. I know that he would be so protective that he would go after somebody that came after our family. She could say it that way. Mm-hmm. But the way she said it, it was like almost like she had been threatened. And I don't want to say that and have you assume something wrong, but listen to her interview that she gave and really go through what she's saying and how she's saying it. She's even very careful on the words she chooses during the interview. And that says something about the person where they're not even comfortable about speaking freely, and they have to be very choosy about the words they use.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this. You know, he just said that women and children are off limits. And y'all know y'all favorite movie, y'all gangsters like to watch, Scarface. Now, when Scarface was supposed to blow the dude up and the kid got there, Scarface, I can't do it, man, because women and children, they off limits. What do Colombians say? Man, don't kill them and go see what's going to happen. And they don't care. See, Scarface had a rule that the Colombians did not acknowledge, because to everybody, women and children aren't off limits. Your rules don't, and here's where we always mess up. We think our rules apply to everyone. Our standards apply to everyone. Because you wouldn't do it, do not put it past somebody else who would. All right, let's play a little bit.
I guess not. I guess not. So my number one concern, and I'm going to say this, and again, this is for all of the civil, awesome Black people out there and people in the United States of America that want to ensure that their children are protected. My number one goal is to always try to figure out how I can protect my underage child.
How he stresses certain words is important. Pay attention to how he words this.
Mm-hmm. My underage child. That's all I care about. I could have never imagined in 1,000 years.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Psychological damage and the
Oh
impact
my God, brother, can you play it up anymore?
that I had to hear. You know,
The cries.
my immediate concern was, oh my God, who do I call? But I couldn't call anybody because everything was closed at the time. So immediately pulling her out of school.
They got better meat.
Immediately making sure that I go and assess the damage.
This just
Trying
happened.
to figure out if we're able to get her into the same competitions.
Listen to that. Hold on. Listen, man. Listen. Let me go back just a minute.
That's a load of fucking crap, bro.
Listen, I got to assess
trying to figure out if we're able to get her into the same competitions.
How she can't get in competitions?
Coming up. She literally just texted me probably
literally just said
48 hours ago.
Out of a competition, not how she going to get
all of the
into
different competitions that she had lined up for this year. We were supposed to go to Great Britain.
So now she can't go to a competition?
Why can't she go to a competition now?
Bruh,
because somebody said one thing. Now you're going to withhold her. Here's the thing. You playing this shit up, but then you're jeopardizing the thing that you just bragged about. Your daughter's nationally ranked. She's pre-qualified to possibly go to the Olympics coming up and all these great things about your daughter, but she's so weak-minded that she can't continue on. That means she's so weak that she can't go and compete in the Olympics at this point. Now you're making an excuse for your daughter.
Now, LJ summed it up, man.
Right off the bat, if you're not mentally strong enough, they're not going to fucking bring you onto the team. You got to have mental toughness.
No, brother, you missing it. LJ said it. He making a case for damages, pain, and suffering. That's what,
right. But then if he disenrolls her, but the whole thing is he disenrolls her out of all that, she loses her opportunity that she's been training for too. If she really was qualified to go to the Olympics, he's fucking all that up for her.
Yeah. That is true.
Just to make a point and $1.
I'll read this and we get right back to it. There are no rules when it's up and you opening up and talking all that ish until his show came on. You studied him. How did you not see this coming? And somebody said, LOL, y'all dudes punk Negroes in the streets don't even get down like this, randomly coming after a man's family when you have beef with him. That stuff right there starts wars. This bitch ass move, y'all condone it.
Is that a woman or a female making that comment? I'm a female.
I can't really tell with the face thing. Somebody says, I don't condone Corey. However, Anton, you should just act. No more talking. Right. Corey has no limits. I thought we all knew that. That's what I thought we knew.
Right. You studied him. You should have known.
LOL. That show is called 5150 for a reason. The man is off, and Anton went plain crazy with fire.
You understand what the code 5150 means?
I think in California, it's like a crazy, when the police call for a crazy person.
Yeah, police are crazy. Yes. Absolutely. 5150 means you going to the psych ward.
When he knew, then he should have known. Oh, man. All right, let's play.
We were supposed to go to a lot of places.
And now they can't.
I guess they can.
I don't know if we can still do that. I don't know if that's possible.
How is she not going to be protected by you? Daddy, I'm a protective provider. How she can't be protected?
Their brain isn't even fully developed.
Her brain? Are you kidding me?
You know?
Her brain is not fully developed.
Literally.
Oh, my Lord Jesus. You a straight bitch.
So crazy.
I'm sorry. And I had to say that with my whole chest. You a straight bitch.
She had just sent me her pictures. Her senior pictures. And she had also sent her schedule. Literally, this was yesterday at 10:22 p.m.
p.m. Your daughter should have been
at
in bed.
10:22 p.m. Let me show you. See that? See the schedule? The tentative. See how it says tentative schedule?
No,
Leslie Daniels right here.
No, we
can't.
She
was sending me her tentative schedule for the calendar year. I don't know if she'll be able to do that.
I don't know. I'm not understanding this. What happened in 4 hours that she
I've
can't
invested millions and millions of dollars
Woo! He's working that shit.
Millions of dollars into the well-being of my child.
Not millions of dollars. Wait. He invested millions because that's what he wants to sue for is millions of dollars to get at Corey.
So
he can't
for
beat
me,
him personally. He's going to beat him financially.
Look, I'm just saying, please, I know people, parents who ain't invest no money in them who's stronger than this. I mean, you invest millions and your daughter don't have a mental capacity to be strong, and she yours and you raise her up. Did you knew the world was coming at her? You put her in she's not a cheerleader. She's not like volleyball. She's not on drill team. She's in jujitsu. That means you have to be mentally and physically strong.
Thank you.
And you're gonna tell me you invested millions of dollars and somebody
for her to still be a weak ass,
and somebody in the hood ain't getting no money, and they stronger than this? And I mean, I can still don't go after daughters, but man,
listen, I'm not talking about his daughter, but I have more faith in his daughter than he does.
Yeah.
So how are you behind your daughter like that, and you don't think she has the mental fortitude to deal with one situation? But yet, so she's qualified to go to the Olympics. She's advanced in this and that and the other thing. But you don't have any faith in your own daughter's mental stability? And she's a fighter? Hold up. Literally, she is a literal fighter. This is what she's qualified in martial arts, to fight, which takes a mental fortitude to do because you got to anticipate getting fucking hit in the face. But she's not tough enough to take a couple words.
Okay. Let's see what else he got to say.
For me personally, I have to figure out what that looks like.
You a bitch.
And I'm willing to do anything to protect my child to make sure that they get the best care possible to ensure.
I need a violin in the background to be playing right now, bro.
Hopefully she can recover from this.
Hopefully she can recover from this.
That's all I have to say. I don't know what else y'all looking for. Any father understands.
Wow.
Any father understands
like that,
what I'm saying. Really any like father that is in their child's life understands the impact. You know what your child feel like. You can sense it on them. You can feel it on it. You know what it feels like to take care of a sick child? You ever had a child that you had to sit with that had a fever and then you had to break the fever because none of the medicine was working? Some of us have been there.
He sounds like a straight
That's what it feels like. It's like trying to break a fever, but you don't know what long-term damage that can make. Our entire life, we've done everything to protect our
God, man, where's the violin damn sound effect when I need one? Damn, I need to.
You know what? Here's the problem, Ron. I forgot what Corey said. He just called and this. He called her ugly. That's really all he said.
He called her ugly and a dude at one point. That's it.
I mean, the way he talking is like Corey spent 20 minutes talking about her off on her. Yeah. He called her ugly. I'm sure. And one, if you have told your daughter, baby, you are beautiful inside, no matter what somebody will say, that's one. Number two, I'm sure that, like I told you, I've known pretty girls and they be like, she's ugly. Mm-hmm. I'm sure that's not the first time she's been called ugly or the first time she's been called pretty or something like that. And it's not wrong what he did. Let's get right back and let's read these off. You should remember your wife and kid when you are out in the streets capping. Hopefully you rethink how you treat your wife. Your heart isn't broken just from this situation. Eye roll. Anton wants to walk around running his mouth, but doesn't want people to pry into his hypocrisy of his real life. Going after family is cruel, but you open yourself up when you be a content creator.
Yep.
The next person says, Anton is about to add 5150 show to his portfolio.
Everybody can see this play. Everybody can see this play on his own fucking comments. These are coming from like Felix said, these are coming from his comments. This is not from the 5150 show. This is from Anton's own comments. They all sitting there watching this play and saying that's a sad way to go out.
Man. Let's continue the violin, brother.
You're supposed to be a whole tough guy.
Ensured that she's never, ever, ever needed anything whatsoever. Pray for me and my family. Pray for me.
I'm sorry. I don't need to. Man, come on. Stop. Stop.
And my family.
Oh, my goodness. And he's saying it with a straight ass face, too.
God bless. That's all I have to say about that. Make sure you guys hit a like for the algorithm. And at this point, I've been advised not to say anything else about it.
I've been advised.
That's all I've been authorized to say.
Now remember, he's at 11 minutes and 34 seconds.
The only thing that I can say at this point is that I can't say anything else about it. First, I need to go and make sure that my daughter is okay. And so it's a lot of tests. I'm not sure if she got to get pulled out of school for the rest of the year. This may affect her in that way. So I have to make sure that she's okay.
Ninja.
She's no longer safe even going to school anymore.
How so? How so?
We got to protect our babies.
Because we
got to protect our babies. Under no circumstances will I ever allow for my daughter.
His attorney told him to do this live, and verbiage. This is the verbiage that he regurgitated out from sitting down with an attorney.
Unfortunately, for the majority of the community, they don't have the wherewithal. They don't have the context. They don't have the resources to be able to invest in fixing. So a lot of times our community has to suffer with the psychological trauma, and they have to grow up with that.
But you don't. You're a wealthy man. You brag about it. You can send your daughter to therapy. You can do all the things. And I'm sure your school, the private school your daughter goes to, has
that can
those
make the adjustment
resources
to where I can hopefully try as best as I could to maybe get her at 70, 75, 80% at some point.
Oh my God. 70, 75% maybe at some point. But she's totally devastated. At this point, within 8 hours of the show, all of a sudden she's devastated, and he can see into her fucking future, or whether she can or cannot handle something. Wow.
She was on track to be in the
world.
Now listen. This took her off track. Let me see. Go right back a few seconds.
To maybe get her at 70, 75, 80%. At some point, she was on track to be an Olympian.
And she's so weak-minded she can't handle it. But she's an Olympian. Let you tell it. She probably riding the bench.
And I'm surprised at the community as I'm reading this chat right now. I'm surprised at you guys.
Because nobody's buying your bullshit, not even your own people.
I'm surprised at you guys. So wait a minute. Are you guys telling me, some of you, because I see the overwhelming majority of you are logical. Are you guys telling me that it is okay for people to go after underage children? Are y'all validating this? Wow. I'm amazed at the culture. I'm amazed at the culture. Are y'all telling me that it is okay to go after underage children in real life? Not speaking in general, not speaking, oh, okay, well, this is how I feel about the community and how it is that we raise our children. I'm talking about real life people. I'm heartbroken. I really am.
Yeah, you look it. You really do.
I'm heartbroken. For all of our Black women For
Oh, here
all
we
of
go.
our black women that's
Let me get
out there
somebody
that
else on
say
my
that
team.
and had something to even say. I seen y'all do a breakdown of Ryan Davis and what he said and all of this stuff. I've seen so many think pieces on Ryan Davis and how black children and all of this stuff are spoken about. And you guys really now all of a sudden it's different?
Now remember, he was going to stop talking about this 2 minutes ago. He wasn't going to bring that up.
He couldn't sell his own audience. His own audience ain't buying this shit.
I really am. In shambles, 100%. I'm in shambles.
You look it.
I'm in shambles.
You look it.
I am 100% in shambles.
You want sympathy and empathy for nothing. What plight do you have, Anton? You brag about all the money that you have.
It's nothing else for me to say. It's nothing else for me to say. I have to figure out how to pick up the pieces.
What pieces?
I have to figure out how to pick.
Justify
Corey,
the pieces.
He won.
Pick up.
Corey and Craig, you win. You win. I give up. I have to figure out what collateral damage happened after that.
Right.
You guys win. I got to figure out how to pick up the pieces. Family is in shambles. Daughter is in shambles. Literally
shambles. Let me get to a few comments. You know, I'm stopping every about 3 or 4 minutes of the comment.
This is crazy.
It's funny, man. It's funny. Dude, you played the game with the wrong man and you lost. Don't nobody give a fuck about the damage you caused to your own family. If Corey knows better, he'll bring more drama and trauma to you and your family. Again, you caused all of this. This is why Kevin Samuels was a genius. He avoided beef, which is true. He didn't have that beef that he would do. You wouldn't hear him going on shows like, let's get back that. The next person says, you was tough as fuck all last week. Yeah.
Thank you.
The next person says, yeah, he was tough last week. It's a whole as my friend would say.
He ain't doing nothing stuff to me. I would have whooped his ass. Okay.
So when I go hunting, this is what my friend would say. It's no fun when the rabbit got the gun. And so that's what happened. Corey was the rabbit. And when the rabbit got the gun, you didn't like how the rabbit was shooting. Let's see. The next person says, as a father of 6, damn, he got a lot of kids. One thing I do is protect my children is no act an ass in the streets. That's cool because those people will follow me home. Anton literally went on a week-long tough guy tour talking big-ish, and it followed him home. What Corey did was wrong. What Anton did was foolish. Damn. All right. This chat, man, his comments.
His chat ain't agreeing with them. Yeah, his comments ain't agreeing with his. And like I said, you're supposed to be a Christian man, setting an example. You talking about how you travel well with hoes, not your wife, with hoes. Now you calling Mika a hoe because she's one that travels with you. I'm surprised Mika ain't took the insult of foreign and said I'm falling in as a hoe. I'm a married lady. What you mean I'm a hoe?
You're right. And I just seen this comment, which is true. Somebody said, aren't you the same dude that said, fuck them kids? That's what he said. That's what he says. When somebody like, what about them kids? Fuck them kids.
Having my wife take her over to get evaluated and figure it out because crying inside of the principal's office trying to figure out what to do.
Crying inside of what principal's office? 8 hours later?
No, she ain't went to school. 8 hours. She ain't went to school for about 1 hour, man.
Make sure you guys hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications.
Unsubscribe.
Let me read some of the super checks, and then is it possible that we can
what super
get to
chat?
the regular show?
You
is
should
it
be in the
possible
negative
that we
right
can get
now.
to the regular show?
It's a sad state of affairs. You beating your chest all
to
week.
all of the bag chasers and Patreon members, we're almost at 21,000 Patreon members. Make sure you guys tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat.
And you still asking for money.
And then let's read some of the super chats. And
That's incredible.
Pray for me, y'all.
You just went through that whole shit.
Pray for me. Pray for my family.
Pray for you and pray for your family.
Pray for me. I never thought that I would have to figure out how to deal and figure out how to fix my family.
This dude is a genius, man. I will say he's a genius.
All right.
Said that with your whole chest. You expected one thing, but it don't matter which way it came back.
Eric says, I came for the drama. However, you decide to handle your business, I support it. I have to focus on making sure that my daughter is fine. The only business that supersedes all business.
Now, how many super chats did he get that was like, you stupid motherfucker?
Chad from Moore says, I swear to be a comedian, a person would have to actually be funny. The only reason why people laugh at him is because he's dumber than a box of rocks.
He picking and choosing what super chats he reads right now. You know that, right?
King TC says, fuck Corey Holcomb. God bless the AD and all of the bag chasers. We are up and it gets better from here.
He picking and choosing.
Shout out to you. I appreciate you, Gad. Thank you for holding us down. D-Mav says 60-year-old men talking about a 17-year-old girl won't ever sit right with me. F that. Bad Habit says only weak men target women and kids. Sending prayers to your daughter's fam. Oh, I think she's at the doctor right now. Might be at the hospital.
My God.
Brian the filmmaker says no beef is worth involving the kids. Well, tell that to everybody else. Tell that to everybody else. Corey Peterkin, I appreciate you. Eric D says praying for you, Anton. This is just one of life's trials and tribulations. That you will figure this out. Stay strong, bro. I'm on it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. True Andrew King says, I miss what happened, but I'm praying for you. Thank you for your.
See, that's a white dude. White dude, like, man, I don't even know what drama y'all talking about. I came here for the news.
Right.
Drama?
Prayers. Thank you for your prayers. I appreciate you. Mr. Law says, I don't think I've ever experienced secondhand anger before today. Well, we got to control ourselves. It's not about anger. It's about protection. All right. Child of Stage. I appreciate you, Child of Stage. Manasseh J. King React says, how can certain people say they for the community but will tell another black man's family down, especially their children? These people are fake. Just a Brown Girl in America says that Corey is a low down.
The crazy thing is, now, it may be his super chats are like this. Maybe the people who send him money are like this. But I'm looking at the comments. And the comments ain't nothing like this.
Like I said, he's cherry picking, like Southern Vegan says. He is cherry picking the chats right now. The ones that actually paid the big money are the ones that probably were cussing his ass out. He ain't reading those. He's reading little dollar amounts.
I'm going straight down. Look, I'm letting everybody know. I am not skipping. I'm not cherry picking. I'm going, stop and go to the next one. I'm going to the next one.
No, I'm talking about his super chats right now.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm letting everybody know I'm not cherry picking.
Right.
So when you hear what these people say, and then I'm looking at this, it looked like two different.
They don't correlate. Yeah.
They do not correlate. It says you sought Corey Holcomb out after studying him like a demon. He tried to be the bigger person, but you went on a week-long crusade about how tough and rough you are. You did that. I agree.
I don't think Corey would have addressed it a week later had Anton just shut the fuck up.
Oh yeah, it would have went on to the next show. Nothing would have happened.
Yeah.
The next person says, no, hands off children. Wise Guy says Anton has to hold himself accountable for his family's pain seeking to go on 5150 has cost him peace inside of his household. Yeah, he wanted the smoke. That's what he said. Bring the smoke.
Mm-hmm. He wanted that exposure, he said.
Yeah, the next one I say on this one, the next person, Mars 23 says, how did she get a hold of the show? Some kids at school? What the hell was she doing watching the show?
Thank you.
I agree with that. I mean, you know.
She's a child up until she hears something that's about her, but any other time she can listen to your show all day, right?
Yep.
She should never have exposure to your show if you're trying to protect her, especially with some of the conversations you're having. You should be directly having those kind of conversations, Anton, with your daughter. She shouldn't be hearing the show.
Philip in here said, call him a Neanderthal. You're the intellectual, a chess master, made insignificant chess moves during the week. It took Corey one episode to slap Big Six on the chessboard. What the fuck, clown ass? Checkmate. This is how they do in Detroit. Damn. Which is true. Hold on. Think about this. As soon as the show was over, Anton went to show to show to show. That was right after the show. The whole week, he went on everybody's podcast, his own podcast. He talked all night.
Man, shit.
And so all the, you know, he's a chess master. He's moving all the pieces. Right. And then Corey just said, checkmate. Checkmate.
One move.
You had 7 days of this. All right. I'm going to let him play his and we play ours. Go ahead, bro.
Son of a B. He knows kids and families is off limits. That shows how butthurt he is, and it's disgusting. These are y'all opinions. I'm just reading them. If the art of war was a person, I have no idea what you're talking about, but thank you for
you sure the fuck do. Stop.
Tia Marie says, if I, as an adult woman, have secondhand anger and hurt, I know you're sweet.
Play weak.
That's one of Anton's required readings, is the art of war.
Yeah.
If you don't know what that means from the art of war, and even in the art of war, it talks about the total delamination of women and children. When you going after somebody, you read the art of war, but you don't understand what just happened to you, and you feel like it's off limits when it's in every book that you ever read. It's total decimation in one move.
Crazy,
but you're against it all of a sudden. But you tell people they should read it.
Just let him play.
Are you reading the book and understanding comprehension of the books you're reading, Anton?
Nope. Hear how these women feel. Let the women tell you how they feel.
Baby is devastated. Praying for her psychological health and healing. Thank you. Thank you. But you can't put the genie back in the bottle now. So.
Oh my God. Here,
Wumbo Brock. I appreciate you, Wumbo Brock. Hey, and let me say this. Shout out to the fathers. Shout out to the participatory fathers. Shout out to the fathers that are super involved in their kids' lives, whether you have a male child, a female child. Shout out to the fathers that have played a phenomenal role in ensuring that, the children are taken care of.
Man, I ain't never seen a brother play the victim this bad, man.
It's terrible, bro. This is terrible the way he's playing this shit up. It's insulting. It's insulting to every man that's sitting there listening. I'm insulted. I'm literally insulted by listening to this fucker right now. He's trying to play you, me, and anybody else listening.
Child of Stage has been watching since a minor. I'm 19. God bless. Shout out to you. I appreciate you. At no point should you let up from this. People with no lower limit have to be taught. Rob, I understand, but I got to make sure that my daughter is right. And then I got to figure out what to do after that. I have some really strong people around me. I have a great team around me. And so, I have to seek the counsel of the people that's around me so that I can make the best decision going forward. You know what I'm saying? At no point should you let up from this. Don't worry, Tom. The devil never wins, says Lady Shan. Thank you, Lady Shan, for holding me down. Manny Plays PC says, prayers to you and the family. I appreciate you, Manny Plays PC. Bilderberg Boy says, I knew Corey would go after your family.
Wait. Prayers for this and prayers for that, and thank God for this and thank God for that. for the same man that says I carry 5 hoes around with me everywhere I go, even though I got a devoted wife at home. What the fuck are y'all doing?
Man, I'll read some of these comments. Next person says, making Detroit look soft.
Facts.
If your daughter can't handle someone calling her ugly, she's beyond cooked. You raise her to be weak like that in a rough society.
Thanks.
Next says, LOL, he's going to own 5150 after this lawsuit. He's going to drop Corey's head. Corey walked into the trick bag because he isn't really as intelligent. He's just funny. Yeah, I don't think so. But he playing it. And I think people, he getting the sympathy, but I think people will really lose respect for him. Here go to prayer. Somebody got him. I'm praying for you and your family, Anton. God got you and yours. There's a lot of ignorant, dusty people that the intent is their life, and they have nothing else going on that gives them their life. But Anton, this dude didn't touch you. He sat back quiet. He had no comment after this show, man.
For a whole week. Now, how many times you had to insult somebody before they're entitled to say something back? How many times you got to call somebody gay on multiple channels all week long? He got to sit there and take it. He's supposed to continue to be the bigger man while Anton's doing a verbal assault over 5 to 10 channels in that week. But Corey's supposed to be quiet and be the bigger guy, right? Mm-hmm. Isn't Anton the one that's not supposed to be the Neanderthal and supposed to be the intellectual?
That's what this
who's
person
doing what now?
You see who doing what. Next person says when you all up in my face goes wrong. Man,
that's a fact.
Let me play some more here. Goodness, man.
That's what cowards do. He doesn't care for his own kids, so I definitely won't care for. He won't care about yours. Dirtbag energy. Well, let me say this. Let me say this. I can't speak on his children. I don't speak on his children. I refuse to even say the name of the woman that was with him that introduced herself to me. I don't. That has nothing to do with anything. I don't get into that. So if that's what y'all saying in the super chat, I'm gonna say that I don't know anything about that. I can't tell a man how it is that he's playing a role in his child's life unless he volunteers the information. So I don't do that. Like for me, it's not. There's certain points that I
fuck those kids. I gotta find that soundbite that says "fuck those kids." What interview he did, whatever live he did, I'm gonna play that every time he says something about kids. I'm gonna play that right after he says, "Fuck those kids." Okay,
but 16, yeah, that's what she said. I couldn't be with a man like that. That's how I just don't understand that, man. I can understand protecting. And here's the thing: if this would have been a 1 minute or 30-second speech, like, look, man, I don't agree with that. You come to somebody's kids. I wouldn't come with my kids. You know, that kind of hurts them. We got to leave them out of it. Me and you can beef, but don't bring the kids into it. You know, we can go all day, man. I don't talk about your girl. And then end it. I would have been cool with that. But this dude went on. I had to pull her out of school. She had taekwondo. She couldn't do this. That's when it becomes like, bruh.
She's not but yet so she like qualifies for the Olympics, but she's not.
It's like the dude who get hit in the accident, man. He's like, don't move me. I can feel it. My neck hurt. I can't move. My back. And he's like, bruh, the car was going 2 miles an hour. The air flag ain't deployed.
And the way he talking about his daughter, she's soft as fucking warm butter. Man, but she's so tough that she qualified for the martial arts in the Olympics level.
This is crazy.
I just cut it off at. If it's you and me in person on content, that's one thing. I'm not going after and doing a summer jam screen on somebody else's kids. I know it's a lot of y'all that wanted me to do that. Some of y'all was DMing me. Some of y'all was emailing me. That's not my life. That's not my place.
You know what I just noticed? Pause that for a second. You know what I just noticed?
What's that?
You know, when Corey did the whole one shot at him, he went after multiple people, not just his daughter. He ain't said one word about how he insulted his wife's weave, what she was talking about in the interview, how he's not somebody that knows how to communicate, that he's somebody that could actually murder somebody. He ain't addressed none of those conversations or talking points from his wife. He ain't addressed nothing that Mika said. Nothing. He just went right after the one person.
The vulnerable. That's, because that's how you got to play.
Yeah. None of these other people matter. Not his wife, but just his daughter. The fact that he insulted his wait, as a man, he insulted your wife, and you're not going to say one thing about it? But you'll say it about, I get it, about your daughter. You're protective of your daughter. But shouldn't you be equally protective of your wife too?
No, because here go the thing, man. Here go the thing. There's no money in there. The money ain't with because they'll be like, oh, well, she's an adult. She's this.
So everything he said about the wife was true then?
No, it's just no money in going after that. The money you got to go after the daughter. You see, this ain't about.
So then is it about the money? Is it really about his daughter, or is it just the angle for the money? And all you're doing is reinforcing it by what you're saying. It can't be disputed because it's not like you got somebody else disputing everything you're saying. You're trying to make key points on a lie so you can have it documented that this is what's going on, but you can't really prove it unless you got receipts. So are you actually taking your daughter? Here's the thing. Are you actually taking your daughter to the doctor right now to get evaluated? Then are you actually going to produce a statement from a psychological evaluation that says your daughter has been scarred in some way? Are you making media accusations? Because we already know with Jason Derulo and all these other things, you say it on the internet, all of a sudden it's true, and it starts to damage people on the long term before any of this is documented and actually true by scientific means, meaning a psychological evaluation and so on with your daughter. You're making accusations now on social media because you know that's going to damage him more. And then in the long run, you're going to double whack him by suing him later for defamation and all these other things psychologically that is going on with your supposed child. That hasn't happened yet.
But Ron,
because you got a crystal ball. Right?
How many dudes, not dudes, how many people getting them fake accidents and they get them insurance claims and they don't racked up physical therapy?
Right. I got the neck collar around my neck, oh, my neck, oh, my back.
And Yanil said, ironically, in a show of defiance, he said he didn't care what his daughter felt or thought because if he had to miss, oh, yeah, hold up.
Do you have something where he was debating you on your side with him?
Yes, and I don't have it.
What?
Man,
you got all your lies. What do you mean?
No, because it wasn't until Yanil said this that it reminded me. Let me read what she says.
Go back to the live and pull it up. And
I can't. I couldn't even find. I don't even know what it was. But I'm gonna tell y'all the story. I was like, man, you got to be humble. We was talking about, he was talking about, oh, he got to make this money. I said, but man, Anton, man, there's a difference. Money is good, but I have never heard somebody on their deathbed say, man, if I could just work one more hour, if I could just do this, they don't want to spend time with their family. And this is what he said. He's like, man, fuck them kids. He's like, what you just going to their game? What you can't do that. He was saying it like they on their own, man. He said, he more about making money and fuck them kids.
I gotta find that soundbite. Yes, brother, I'm cutting the shit out of that.
No, this is what he said to me.
Right. I remember hearing it from somewhere. That's why I said, didn't he say fuck them kids?
Yeah, he's like,
I remember it.
Kids. Man, if I can find that, man, that's the
clip of the century right there. That will be the clip of the century.
I gotta find.
If you can find that and then put it on top of whatever he's saying right now, it would be like the other one where he was like this, that, and the other thing about Passport Bros, and you hear brand, and then he's saying the counter opposite.
Man, let me play this.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not on that type of time. I don't do that. So Steven says, salute AD and the bag chasers. AD, you were right when you said Craig and Darlene gives no pushback at all.
I'm pausing it because they worked for him and they gave no pushback. Mika worked for you and she gave no pushback. What's the difference?
What's the difference? Yeah, what's the difference?
Let me ask y'all a question.
All right.
And this is in general. This is not towards anybody at all.
Okay. Ask a question.
I have friends that come to me and they say, yo, Anton, A, B, C, and D, or Anton, I'm thinking about doing this, or Anton that, and so on and so forth. When I was there, all right, when I was there, one of the things that I said was, you don't have anybody that actually holds you accountable. What that means for me is, in my opinion, how can somebody say that they care for you if they allow for this to happen?
How can your wife say she loves you when you're talking about hoes?
Thank you. And who's holding you accountable for saying it like that? As a Christian man, I'm holding you accountable for saying you're running around with 5 hoes.
Not even when he was talking about kids. Damn shame. Shout out to you, Steven. Call me Taji says, my motto during tough times is small problems to a giant. The rest is noise. Get money, big dog. Well, we always do that.
Damn, that dude did.
Shout out to Call me Taji. I appreciate you for the 100 ball. I always acknowledge all of the super chats. Leno says, Atsu, homie, my boy. Well, listen,
yeah,
I'm not focused on that. I'm focused on
that's some bullshit. You just said you already talked to an attorney.
Psychologically, emotionally.
Didn't he say I talked to an attorney?
That is going to be inflicted on my family.
He said I talked to an attorney.
That's all I'm focused.
That's a lie.
It's the shy guy says, in the end, AD vengeance will be yours for what he's done. Vibes 6502 says, I can't wait for the 5150 to become part of your portfolio after this. I have no idea what you're talking about. B Southern 92 says, AD, keep being a mastermind and giving a master class. Thank you, my love. Thank you, my love. Treadmill Game says, Corey Holcom is a true punk. What a sucker he is. Prayers to your daughter. Thank you for the prayers.
I'm stopping this because I'm going back to the comments. I know these are what people are saying, but what they say in his comments is entirely different.
Right.
The person in the comments says, no, it says, now you're a victim. Wrap up, file the lawsuit so he can expose more about you, homie. Okay.
Damn, get him.
How can you say he pours the best in his child when his wife speaks on how bad he is? Anton, character's flaw. Your wife spoke foul about you in a subtle way. She meant in a subtle way. And I know your daughter see it as well. You a coward. Man, insane.
Like I said, she picked and chose the specific words she used during that little interview. And I'm like, that's somebody that lives in fear, bro.
So somebody said, y'all follow this clown? We
Facts.
Say Drake. I mean Anton. Forgive me, I was listening to music, but we know you faking and your love of family and daughter because you playing in their faces, not necessarily mine because get your shit. I don't personally think your lawsuit is going anywhere but waste time and money for you both.
Exactly. See, they see it the way we see it.
Yeah.
The comment section sees it the way we seen it. All that shit is fantasy and wanting to get their names up on Anton's live.
And that wasn't even bad. This is somebody who says, this person says, I fucks with Anton, but you're not a victim. Stop your shit. And it's a white dude. Stop your shit. No one in shambles. LOL. Amazed at the culture, and you always talk down to. Interesting.
Everybody can hear the con and the fucking grift out of this whole life.
Oh, and he did say this. I'm going to abbreviate because I don't know if you understand it. You did say, fuck that lady. Remember the ice lady? You said, fuck that lady. Karma. A motherfucking ain't it. I know she have a motherfucking mother and a father. I know. Oh, so just to give you guys some background, the woman who got killed by ICE, even when he went on the show, he said, fuck that lady. Fuck her. She dead. And this person is saying, well, she had a mom and a dad too. I mean,
right.
She got killed and it was all right when you said it. So yeah, he said karma's a bitch.
In the well wishes. Stanacia says, you can tell who in the chat was raised by punks. Chase Barnes says a hedge of protection for AD and his family covered them, Lord. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for the well wishes. Crown me. Can somebody time out? Give me a second. Let me figure out.
I thought he on time.
Somebody in his chat is blowing his ass up.
But I thought before he said he on time out.
Crown says, praying for you and the family. Your daughter has inspired my daughter to want to try karate. Sad to hear how this has affected her. Legacy Arranged says, praying for your family, looking forward to your healing and more success. M. Moore says, we know that God causes everything to work together for the good of those that love God and are called according to his purpose for them, Romans 28.
Pause this for a second. I got to say this every time religion comes up, and I'm sorry, y'all hear me cuss a lot. I have a warrior spirit. And there's no insult by you saying a cuss word. Okay. But what I will tell you is the Bible was used by white people to control slaves. So every time you hear these religious people keep on saying prayers for this and prayers for that, well, if you're a contradiction in your belief when you saying you got holes, but yet and still you're a faithful man of God for 20 years in marriage and you're raising your children, but your wife also addresses in public that you're hard to communicate with and that you could be a violent individual. And she has to be real choosy about the words she uses.
You ain't going to believe. Man, hold on. God damn. Why my luck be like this?
What? You found it?
Can I blow this up? No.
You found it? Yeah, bring it.
No. I'm laughing. I'm laughing because I'm laughing at something else, brother.
Oh, okay.
I know not what this was. I'm just laughing because I'm just laughing. And then I'm going to let you laugh with me. Is it the kids? This is the person that says they don't watch the show. Let me see if I can. You probably can't see it, can you? Oh, where did
you can zoom in, yeah.
I wonder if I missed him.
What show is this particularly you're talking about?
No, they said they do not watch this show. Oh man, where can I find it? I'm probably had to go. Oh, that's Philip. I went past Philip, so it's down here. I think I went past Philip. Give me a second. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Take your time.
Let me go back out. Because I didn't go too far. Give me a sec. Oh, damn. How did they do that? Oh, man. All right. Let me go up.
You talking about Maroon Tiger?
Yeah.
Go down. You're going up. Go back down. Go down. You're going up. Yeah, keep going down a little. I saw a tiger.
There it is. You see it?
Yeah.
He said he don't watch the show and he don't get in this drama, but look who in here.
Right.
Look who's in here. And ain't this the same dude who said I ain't got no son? I was hiding son. Isn't he the same dude who said that about me? Yeah. And he in here talking about that same stuff. The male feminist right there. See, this is the kind of person right here that throws them blows and isn't in it. Now he talking about none of this, but that's what he do. That's what he, man, you got to watch these people. You got to watch these people. And somebody who doesn't know the background, I'm sorry. On one of my shows, my son just doesn't get into social media. He just, that's his thing. He don't have no Facebook. He don't have no Instagram. He don't even want me to post none of his stuff. So I don't post him because that's just his social life. He don't get into it. You know, I have his picture on my Facebook and I post pictures of him, but you know, he don't want to be talked about. He don't want to, that's just not, his life is entirely different than mine. So anybody who knows me know that I got my son. We hung out. We went to Colombia together. We traveled. I just don't put him on social media because that's his choice. And he's not young. He's 30. So at 30 years old, he does what he wants to do. And because I didn't tell nobody, somebody wanted to try to research me and go back in my life, which was this dude. And he was like, we found out that Fearless has a child that he's been hiding. I'm like, who am I hiding from? Who am I hiding? I'm not hiding from nobody. Just because you don't know something. And so he thought he was exposing me and putting me out there. And so it's so funny to me. And then he's the same person that says he don't watch Anton. I don't watch this dude. I can't. You got to watch people, man. You got to watch people, boy. Boy.
So he was in Anton's chats.
And I'm looking at him right here. Are you able to see that? Am I highlighting?
Yeah, I can see it. No, yeah, I can highlight. Yeah.
I wonder if I should reply.
The word that he says. Yeah, go ahead. Reply. I said, I thought you don't listen to people like that.
Let's see. I thought you don't listen to Anton. He should have hid his child like I hid mine.
Yeah, no. That's crazy work, man. These people, man, I'm telling y'all see it. Some of these chat people, they got nothing but time on their hands, and all the comments in the world when they come on the chat. But when they on the live, they fold like fucking bricks.
Anything else I should say to him, chat? Or is that enough?
I mean, that's enough for now. Let's see if he responds back by our next live. Because you'll get a notification when he responds back to you. It was 4 hours ago, so what time is it there? Yeah, it's 9:21. He might get it before he goes to bed.
I just thought he's on the this is pure coincidence. Meaning I'm just strolling through. This we just did a live. This is just funny how stuff happens, man, isn't it?
It is. You know what? They're live tonight, actually. They are live right crazy. The Z lady by herself, maybe. I don't know, but I know that channel is live.
Yeah, that's the crazy one. Oh man, isn't that coincidence? How that's
funny,
man.
That is funny. I don't listen to none of them. I don't listen to none of them. Okay.
Well, just here, let's go back to Anton and we can get up out because I gotta travel tomorrow morning.
Wano says, I'm gonna get this guy if you don't do that. Listen. I'm not authorizing nobody to do nothing on my behalf. I don't want to be associated.
Listen, when people say that, they really trying to get you to do something. I don't want to be
aligned with that. I'm not interested in anything with regard to that. I don't authorize nor do I support any threats on my behalf. Anything that I need done, I can handle it myself. I don't need nobody, nothing. Nobody to do nothing for me. All right. Don't crash out for me. Shout out to my girl Molly. Molly says the thumbnail is so precious. Thank you, Molly. Thank you, Molly. I appreciate you, baby. Shinsi says, salute.
And I think he had he went for the sympathy role. He had a picture of his child when she was a baby.
No, he didn't try that.
Brother, I ain't mad at you.
Oh my goodness. He just be playing the roles, don't he? He is seriously about clicks and views. I gotta give him that. He will play every angle, and then chop it up and get more.
Yeah, we gotta get some stuff together. There's a winter storm coming through. Man, me a text. You ain't got to worry about that. We got to pack up to get our stuff.
I'm down here by the equator.
Man,
so all I got to worry about is the heat and the humidity.
We got to get our stuff together.
You know, my lady, she be doing this. Like it's winter time here in the Philippines. You know, we got Arctic winds. I said, girl, stop. She goes, it's cold, and literally, bro, I'm telling you, to the touch, she is ice cold. I'm like, how the fuck are you cold in tropical climates? Her hands are cold. Her feet are cold. I'm like, what is going on with you? I'm in the same house as you. How are you cold? I don't get it. And it's still 70-something degrees outside.
Yeah, that's how it is in them tropical places. When it's 70, to them it's cold. You know, 75.
I'm like, insane. He goes, you're not cold? I'm like, how could I be cold? Wait until you get to America. This is crazy.
We'll play this, then I'm gonna get back to the comments because your man threw me off. Man.
Yeah, plus we had 2 hours, so I know you wanted to keep. I'm gonna keep you on your time, man.
Yeah, we'll play just a few minutes and then we out of here.
Right.
I'm gonna go 10 more minutes.
I gotta sit here and record it and play it back.
I appreciate you. Just a brown girl in America says, so we don't, what's the report for bullying as a minor? I don't have nothing to do with none of that. Dr. Matt Hatton says Corey has kids too, and he still did that. Big ups to you for taking the high road and taking care of yours.
Because Corey talk about his own kids. That's why.
Yeah.
You know, that's
plus his kids are grown anyway. I don't think he got no little kids. I think all his kids are grown.
I don't know what he has. I don't get into his family. M. Moore says she will come out of this 100 praying for her and that your family can use this as a learning opportunity because it won't stop, unfortunately.
Thanks.
Gino White says prayers to you and the family. Thank you, Gino. I appreciate you. Just a brown girl in America says super chats have not the super chats have them looking dumb. They call me Mr. Bibb says good morning to everyone. Real life PJ says I'm praying for you and your family. AD, I hope you take that fool show and take everything he owns. I don't ever want to try to remove somebody from being able to earn for themselves. Y'all know that. Listen, the three things that I stand for is maybe I need to add a fourth thing.
You can't get paid that way.
I don't ever wish death on anybody. I never wish for anybody to go to jail.
Take your money. He don't want you to be broke. He can't take your money.
Like without that they didn't do. And I don't wish for anybody to lose their income and their ability to earn for their family.
All right, come on, Anton.
Without a trial, and I never wish for anybody to not be able to make money for their family. All right. Dark Spartacus says, Dear Heavenly Father, I ask that you keep AD and his family under your covenant that no weapon formed against them shall prosper. I ask this in Jesus' name. Amen.
I'm going to round this up because this brother ain't talking shit. I'm going to read these other comments so I don't end on that crazy one.
The simping and pandering that's going on in his chat and super chats versus what's really going on in the comments are so contradictory. It's ridiculous.
So this one says the same one talking about the victim Olympics is now the victim. A father would not behave that way and bring his family karma justice on your child. Remember that, the woman in Minnesota was someone's child you disrespected. Yeah, that's true. Mm-hmm. This talk of lawsuit proves you would have done this if he would have hit you last week. I believe that.
There it is right there. Had he goaded you to punch him, Corey, he would have been suing you for that too, even though he's the one that invited you out back. First thing he would have said was, you didn't have to follow me out. I was just doing that for the line. I wouldn't
Somebody
serious.
said this is how they should settle the fight. It says Anton get in the ring with Corey. Let's see who got those hands. The next one. Oh yeah, whoa. A good bit of these comments show that when people don't like you, they'll ignore your wife, your kids, and friends being disrespected in an argument they weren't part of. The logic to them is the person who is mouthing off, so their folks deserve it. I don't look. Here's what I'll say, and I'm gonna kind of end so I can get warm before the snow comes. To sum this up, look, I don't think that you should bring your kids into it. I do not think that you should bring the wife into it, because if it's a battle between two people, it's that battle. Y'all battle it out, and it should be the internet. But you're dealing with a comedian, and a comedian, if you listen to somebody even like Dave Chappelle, man, he talk about everybody. He talk about his own kids. He talk about his kids, his wife, talking about all kinds of crazy because she Asian, and so that's what they do. And they don't really, and a lot of them just don't have no holds barred. They go for the juggler vein. So when you go on to that type of person's show, and I can't even say that. I think going into the show, y'all was cool. Y'all didn't agree with each other. Y'all didn't like each other. Y'all got into it. And I think at the time you walked off the show, it was over. I mean, Corey probably went to the next joke, to the next comedian. But you stir so much stuff up because you look, and you even said it, you looked at it like a way to get a paycheck. And he even told the audience, he said, man, I just gave y'all, it was some term that I think him and the Angry Man used.
I just gave y'all content for the week. Yeah.
Yeah, but he said like a twig or something. I don't know what it was. But basically that. I just gave y'all content. Y'all should be getting bank off of all the content I gave you. And so he looked at it like content. And then Corey came back and said what he said. Now, just before this, I just want to hear what Corey said again. Just one more time.
He really played himself because he has nothing else to do but talk crazy and act like he's doing this and act like he's doing that. Homie, thanks for not beating me up. That's all I got to say. Ain't got no children out of wedlock. Nigga.
That's Cool daughter.
That's who?
Not Cool Mo D, Cool Mo daughter.
That's the air up there, nigga. Look, nigga, let me tell you something. Don't make no more kids, nigga.
Oh, I just got it. He said the air up there. I guess he's talking about Michael Jordan. Right. I didn't hear it the first time.
That bitch gonna be buying pussy like you after a while. If you don't know, nigga, don't ever brag on no motherfucking what you ain't got. Don't nobody want no kids with you, nigga.
Now, I'm not defending this dude, but indirectly, he was trying to talk about Anton. He was basically saying, Anton, you so unattractive that you shouldn't have kids because you have unattractive kids. He got the kid involved, which he shouldn't have, but his joke was trying to come at Anton.
Don't nobody want no kids with you. Your prime years, you was a scammer, nigga. You was doing scams. Now that you older and found a way to manipulate, get dude off the screen. Get dude off the screen, man. That's who the fuck is.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't. You still wrong? You still there, Ron? I just don't.
Yeah, I'm taking notes while you're doing that for my closing.
You was silent. I'm like the brother done froze up on me.
I'm focused, man. I don't want to. I don't want to mess with what I'm listening to while you playing all this match.
I think that the only problem is you just took it too far, And it was all fun and games when you were doing that, and not fun when somebody does it. I don't believe your child should be involved. I don't think your wife should be involved. None of that. And with that said, I think you lost my sympathy, because I was when I heard it last night, when I heard what Corey Holcom said about you, when I seen him play, when I seen him put your daughter up, that's like, oh man, that's a low blow. Man.
That's wild. Yeah, that was wild.
When I seen him put the wife up there, like, damn, that's even low. That's a low blow. But where I lost respect from you was when you came with this whole victim Olympics. She got therapy. She got this. And I'm like, man, come on now. Come on. That made me realize, man, this wasn't something you just say, look, hey, I don't talk about women, kids. I don't talk about those things. That's just not part of what I do. I don't bring kids into it. Me and you can go at it, but anything else is off limits. I'm good with that. But then you started to play this fake insurance scammer, I'm hurt kind of thing. And then I didn't like that. That really threw me off. That made me not respect what you said, because you made it into something that I don't think it was. You took something that happened in 8 hours to your daughter. You trying to get her back to 80%. I mean, God damn, what did she go to? I mean, now she in therapy. She can't go to school.
He just predicted a whole year.
Yeah.
Without a crystal ball.
That's me. I say leave it there, but I've been a victim of that, when people want to do it. And I just said, and you know how I played it? This is what I did. I was hiding him so much that I put the picture out there and said, this is who I'm hiding. This is who I'm not hiding nothing. It's just your knowledge of something doesn't mean I'm hiding anything.
Right.
But go ahead, brother. That's it. Let me hear what you got to say.
I'm just going to stay on what he thinks he is as a Christian with high morals and ethics. I'm just going to go there with you. Get right with God, brother. When you go on a show after you said you've done the research on a brother and you know the angle he's going to take, because you always like to be prepared, bag chasers, millionaire market, and whatever else you do, which is no shade on that. Get your money. But when you go on a show premeditated, knowing that the opportunity is there for monetization and clicks and exposure, and you turn around and you do the Charleston White thing, where you try to be gruff and pump your chest and say all kind of outlandish shit, and you don't think there's going to be repercussions to that, and that people aren't going to take notice. Okay, look, you got off the show 5150. You walked out the room. Okay, that showed some air of maturity and advanced intellect. But to turn around and poke the bear for a whole week, show after show after show.
And not to interrupt, people was on his side when he walked out, man. People was on his side.
Right. But then when you go to sign language, Kevin Samuels coined this: shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. You did that all week long to a brother. Now, God said turn the other cheek. He didn't say get abused after you turn the other cheek. He didn't say what happens when you get slapped a second, a third, a fourth, a fifth day, a sixth day. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, now you want empathy and sympathy for Corey coming back and slapping you all about the head and body after you done did whatever you did the whole week. Now you want everybody to come in and circle the wagons. You want to call the legitimate fathers out there that really get in and do the work with their children. And you want to say anybody that doesn't believe what you believe at the time after you've done all your dirt and don't protect what you are doing right now as being wrong, because the way you phrase is like, you don't feel like somebody needs to protect their child as a father? Of course we do. But after everything you did for the whole week, now you want empathy. Now you want to circle the wagon. Energy given out will always be reflected back to you, brother. So all that energy you put out all week long, and Corey was silent. You don't expect any of that to reflect back at you. You think you won't catch no strays, right? You can say whatever you want. And then when stuff comes back at you, now you turn feminine. Now you're the victim. Now it's all, Corey's being mean and insensitive to my daughter and all these other things. And then to use your daughter as a shield, I think is a punk ass move. Mm-hmm. Okay, you're using your daughter legitimately as a shield to legitimize your way of trying to monetize this even further by trying to sue Corey for insulting your daughter and all this psychological damage that she supposedly is going to get over the next year, that you have to take her out of all these opportunities for her to become an Olympian. And if you do that, I think you're a punk ass man, because your daughter worked hard to become a martial artist to where she qualifies at that level. And for you to use that as an angle and some kind of leverage to gain money from another man, I think you're a fucking bitch for doing that shit. Okay. You don't have a fucking crystal ball. You don't know what your daughter is really going to be dealing with in the next year. And if you do, I'm saying I object. You're leading the witness when you go to court at this point. I object. You're leading the witness. If you're posing all this angle for what's going on with your daughter's life and how much you're going to have to put the pieces back together, and she's never going to be 100% after this, you are leading the witness, and I object. You understand what I'm saying? You're out of order. And what I'm saying is you're not only out of order morally and ethically, you're talking about how you run around with hoes, but you're supposed to be a devout Christian man with 20 years of marriage and a great daughter and a great life. That's the example you're supposed to be leading. But you bragging about how you got all these hoes and how Mika was looking so fine with the clothes she got on. And you saying this in public. You don't think this is embarrassing to your wife? You don't think this is an insult to the fact that other people are supposed to be Christians and have higher morals and ethics higher than you? This is the grift that a lot of people use when they talk about they're wealthy, but yet and still they're religious. But yet and still, once you have wealth, what does wealth do? It gives you access to being your truer self. So once you got the money, you forgot all about God, right? You forgot all about doing the right thing. You forgot about your moralities and ethics because it's about the deal, right? It's about making money. Fuck those kids. Fuck that lady that died. But yet, so you're such a godly man that everybody needs to listen to you. All I can say is get right with God, bro. But you're out of order. And nothing you did this whole week justified who you are as an individual and how you're leading these people astray. It's not always about the money. It's not always about the bag, because that bag will be left here the minute you die and you'll be replaced. This is what I tell a lot of people when it comes to finance, and you need quality of life right along with that bag. You can work all your life to get that bag, and somebody else is going to fucking spend it after you die, because you'll never have the time to spend it. Talk about equality of life and quality of life. Let's talk about those things, not just a bag. Not just a millionaire. Do you notice all the shows and everything he talks about is always about the money? It's about the grift. Where's the quality of life? And some of the things he talks about. It's always about where you can get your next angle to make money. I get that. I get the hustle. I know you need money to do things. But if your message is always about money and making that next coin or that next bag, you forgot all about your ethical background. You forgot about all that stuff. But now you want the empathy and sympathy to go behind you not protecting your daughter by opening your mouth for a whole week. And you expect a grown man not to say nothing back. Or there's now supposed to be rules and when he says something back to you, right? But you forgot all about the rules the whole week. Called the man gay. You called that man out of his mouth so many times on all these different shows and how you would have whooped his ass, but he wasn't man enough to step out back. Everything's documented, brother. You don't push so many buttons, and then when somebody says something back to you, you claim victim. You sound like a straight female. And I'm saying that with my whole fucking chest. And that's all I got to say.
Well, let us know how y'all feel in the comment section. Like, subscribe, give us a comment. Was we right? Was we wrong? Who was right in this? Who was wrong? Corey? Anton? Who's the victim? Who's the perpetrator? Or were there multiple victims? Multiple perpetrators? Let us know. We'll see you next time.
Right.
We out.
Hey, leave us a comment in the replay for the replay crew, because I'm gonna have to play this on record, so I'm gonna have to put this back up later. Subscribe to the channel, hit the replay button when it comes to subscribing and locking in the notification. I'm sorry, I'm messing this all up.
No, you good.
But Fearless, take us out with us out with the Fearless thing.
Brother, stay strong.
Because Anton needs to hear this. Anton
brother.
really needs it. Yeah.
Stay strong, stay sharp, stay fearless. Because you either be fearless or you're going to be forgotten.
Don't be no punk ass like Anton. I'm just saying.
We gone.